Hi, and welcome back to That's the Bee, where we talk about fashion people, and opportunities in the creative industry. Today, I'm in LA with an amazing girl that I met like 5 years ago.
Longer,
I think
longer.
In New York with the Coco Rocha model camp. And it's just insane. I feel like how we've kept in touch throughout the years, but also like seeing our social media and how we're doing now, and like New York Fashion Week. I know we like talked about it. We were both there, and I just love to see what you're doing now. And I want to talk about how you started and your projects and everything. So I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Angelina. I am an actor, model, and a content creator here in Los Angeles, California. It's been a lot of fun. I do think it's been closer to 6 years now, right?
Oh, it's
time
been a long time. So much, like so fast. It's insanity. Like I was telling my boyfriend, like, oh yeah, like I've known this girl, and I'm like, oh, it's been like 2 or 3 years in my head, and now it's like, oh my gosh, it's like 5, 6 years.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
And I think one of the best and biggest things that you can do in this career is like really stay in touch with people, because we all have our own journeys, and like we could start in the same spot.
Yeah.
And we all have like been doing so many different things. Like Dasha and I are still really close.
I know. I feel like you two are the two girls I connected with the most in the camp, and I've been like seeing like each other's content, and like how we're also like traveling, and when we're in New York, like how we can like connect again. And I feel like what's important about this whole industry is how it's not as big as people make it seem. I feel like everything's just so intertwined, and
100%.
like I ran into Dasha randomly, like as a photographer in like fashion shows, and I'm like, awesome. How is this happening? Like the industry's not as big, but
no, 100% not. And I also think it's like so incredible because, again, like as we have our own journeys, everything is so insulated. So once you're really in it and you're really doing your thing, you're gonna come back into contact with the people that are doing the same thing.
Yeah. It's inevitable.
Great.
Yeah. So I really want to know, like, how did you make the choice to get started in the industry? Like, what like inspired you? And you were like, I want to be a model, an actress, content creator.
Yeah, so actually I started acting when I was really young. And modeling was more of a last like it's there. Addition. Yeah, it was more I'm like, oh God. So I started singing. I was a singer, and I went to school for classical music originally. And so I had always been doing like musical theater. I had always done stage. I had always been acting. Like I did my first play when I was in the 2nd grade.
Oh wow.
I think
you started like young.
Yeah. Yeah, young. And then in college I was like, you know what? I want to start modeling more. Like I think that's visually like really appealing, and I feel like I'm not getting like what I want from just doing like stage and music. So then I did my first photo shoot when I was in college, and those photos are hilarious to look at.
The first photo shoots are always the most cringy.
I'm like, whoo-wee. And it was very much in that like Tumblr era. So when I look back at those photos, they're all like really like orange and yellows and very like Tumblr girl aesthetic. And I'm just like,
you're like, who is that girl?
Yeah. And then when I moved to Los Angeles, it was really like, okay, acting takes time, especially coming from stage, and especially coming from like, I was interning at a casting facility, but I wasn't sure where to start, where to go, what to do. And there's so many more like smaller modeling jobs than there are acting jobs. So I was just like, while I do this, I'm going to start modeling. And then I really fell in love with it. I truly think that modeling has made me more aware of my body on camera overall, and has really taught me like huge body awareness, and has only made me a better actor. And vice versa. I think acting like really helped me become a better model. And I think overall, like modeling is something I really genuinely love. I am signed to like different agencies for stuff, but I will say now I do more like commercial acting. Like, but it's kind of that perfect like married
Yeah, they go like
middle.
hand in hand.
Exactly.
And I do feel that point of where you say like acting helps with the modeling side of things, and also like getting into a character, even if you don't have a speaking role. I think that's like something people forget who want to get into the modeling industry. It takes a little bit of acting skills
100%.
that let you interpret like an emotion or the movement or whatnot. So I think it's so cool that you have that acting background from so young, because you're so aware of that. But then like getting into like the fashion and I mean, I feel like you definitely have the look for all of it. Like,
thank you.
Ever since I met you, I'm like, this girl can do like all the things. Like,
I will say, like, from that camp, I feel like I've done way less fashion. I do feel like I fit more into the commercial realm so much easier. Like, fashion sometimes takes me a little bit more acting, if that makes sense. Like commercial modeling, like e-com for more lifestyle brands, like that's kind of my bread and butter and that like really easy world. But when you get into fashion, like I feel like you really have to lean into a character even more.
Yeah.
And you really just have to go for it. And it feels weird as hell.
Yeah.
And then you end up loving all the stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that like I love so much. But I'm so happy I don't do Runway anymore. Like I went to Miami Swim Week. I did the smaller shows. It still is a little catty. Yeah. It's too catty for me.
It is.
And Dasha is still models, but I would say she is primarily like a photographer now. And she loves it, but even her, like she has issues in the fashion world sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think it's so incredible for the people that love it so much, but it's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
It's not a lot of money. It's like you're doing this. There's still a lot of catty people, despite people saying like, oh, you should be nice, but
no, and I feel that in the sense of like, going back to us saying that the industry isn't as big, I feel like even going to the castings and people already know who they want kind of thing. Like it's like I've run into people that get like picked over and over, but that's just like that's who's getting picked, and it's hard to like punch into that little like bubble or whatever. And like you say, it is like a lot of passion. Like it's so fun, but it takes out so much of you. Like doing New York Fashion Week, I love it so much and experiencing it and going to the castings, but it's also like being out in the cold and like waiting for hours and just like, is this worth it? Because this is not like a paid one, and there's another paid one, but there's less exposure, and it's just so, I feel like nobody talks about that.
No, I mean, and that's ultimately like, it was funny because when I did Miami Swim Week, which is just in general like way more commercial than New York Fashion Week, like I did New York Fashion Week, but I got there too late. Like realistically, if you want to do Fashion Week, you need to be there 2 weeks early.
Yeah, you do.
Like you have to pay to be there 2 weeks early in hopes that you book a show that might cover some of it.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I don't have the money, time, or energy to get there substantially early. So I'm going to get there when I get there. And if I book a show, great.
Yeah.
And I did, but even that, it was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to go. And so my agents here on the West Coast didn't have enough time to like send me to the castings on the East Coast. So I just had to go.
Yeah. And figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And did I get to walk in some shows? Of course. Like I think it was a lot of fun. It was great. Would I ever do like the February Fashion Week without an agent? No.
Yeah. It's insane.
I mean, if you don't have an agent, and I think this is the biggest thing, is like, if you're not getting sent out by your agencies, personally, I would never do Fashion Week had I known how it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, and even funnier, Art Hearts is like a big...
Oh my gosh. I know.
No.
I tell so many people that want to get into New York Fashion Week, if like, you want to walk for a show and get an experience, sure.
Yeah.
Like, if you've never really done it experience-wise, okay.
I think it's good. I think it's important. And when I did Miami Swim Week, I was with 2 other girls. Our friendship did not make it through that trip. It did not survive that trip. But they did end up getting in with Art Hearts. But the director, like the female director of Art Hearts,
oh my gosh,
did not like me. She literally saw me in the casting and she looked me up and down. She was like, those shoes do nothing for your legs. And I was like,
oh my gosh, that is exciting.
After I had been standing in the sun, in the heat, in Miami, in the middle of the summer, literally in heels that were this big, like looking at my legs like, and I was just like,
really?
Okay, bitch. Like, and it was one of those things where it was like, my friends were in the shows, so I was still going to the Art Heart shows, like trying to like see them, support them. Yeah. And literally I was backstage with my friend and the same director, she looks at me and she's like, and I was like,
gosh. And like, I hate that. That is insane because these people feel like these directors or people that organize these smaller shows that are not even part of like the CFDA. Like, what gives you the right to treat anyone any way? Like, it's just like a little money machine.
Yeah, no.
And those productions are just like brainwashed, I feel. Yeah.
Very low, like on the tier of tiers. I feel like the smaller shows that people without an agent have access to are terrible.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your agent sending you out to these castings, you're not going to get paid unless you know someone that knows someone. Like, you're not getting paid for these. And then you're spending so many more hours in line. It's just not
worth
optimal.
It. No. But I do know there's like a lot of independent designers that will cast and will pay.
Yes.
So I like vouch for those. And that's like, if you don't have an agent, that's like an option. But like, what's your experience with your agents? How have you like come across them, and how has that happened?
Slowly but surely, I think I have finally found like a team that makes me feel really good. That's great. I think that that's the most important part is like, anytime that I've tried to force an agent that I was like, I don't know if this is the best fit, but like, at least I'm now signed with so-and-so. Yeah. It hasn't been a good fit. Okay. Like, for whatever reason. And I've had friends that have been signed to really big agencies. And if the agent doesn't love you, you just sit on their board.
Yeah. You don't do anything. You just have like the name behind you.
Yeah. Which goes a little bit of a way, but like, you would rather be unsigned or signed with somebody who really loves you, or signed with a smaller agency than signed with like a bigger agency that you're just
gonna get you anything.
Yeah, you're just gonna sit there. And then also, I think the biggest important thing is like, if you're getting a no from an agency, it's not always a bad no. Okay. It's not always like about you. It's usually more about like, okay, maybe you have to redo some of your headshots, or maybe you have to redo some of your portfolio. That's definitely like an essential piece to it. But I have come to realize now, like, I'm signed with Bella, and the lead at Bella was the same agent who wanted me at Maverick, but then never signed me. Okay. And I remember back in 2019 being like, God, I can't get an agent. Like, I've met with Maverick, like, they won't sign me. Minty still remembered me. So when I came back around, she was like, oh my God, I remember you. Okay. And it was more just because Maverick was going through a lot of inner transitions, and they have to be careful about who they're signing because they want people to work. So if you're really with like an agency that really cares about you, they don't want to just sign people to just sit there on the board. Them. Yeah. Like, there are a lot of agencies like that, so you have to just be really aware of that. But I would say the biggest thing that I would tell myself now from before is like, a no is not always a reflection of where you are and in your career.
Love that.
It's more like a reflection of, hey, might not be the best fit right now. That doesn't mean you can't reapply. Yeah. Or it can't come back around.
That's what I talked about this a little bit ago, but like, the no's don't close the doors.
No.
Like, you in this industry, you just have to keep pushing and going. Like, I feel like it gets discouraging sometimes, but it's just like, you have to go for it. Like, you have to keep like at it. And I feel like the people that I meet in between, like yourself, it's like what makes it all like, okay, like I'm meeting these amazing people and I'm still like trying to do all these things, not just as a model, but even photography wise, because I also like started doing that for the same reason that I'm like, okay, if I'm not getting booked as a model during New York Fashion Week, at least I'll get jobs as a photographer. So it's like seeing your options, seeing how much you can do. And I know like on your end is also like the acting and also like commercial modeling and all of that. Is there like a favorite project you have so far, or like something upcoming that you're really excited about?
I would say every year is a better year, which is great and really like,
that's exciting.
I'm like, you know what, like stick with it. Like every year is a better year.
I love that mantra. Like we're just gonna like
every year is a better year, right? Like and I again, I think you're right. Like when it comes to, there's so many different niches and caveats, and I think it's actually really important to explore those within the industry, because it'll help you find not only your way, but like maybe it'll help you with this part. Like maybe it'll help you with this part. Favorite projects. I booked an Amex commercial last year, which should start airing.
Oh, nice.
Soon.
Like we'll see you.
Like, I was like, I should be there any moment.
Yes.
And I feel like my favorite project has yet to come. Like I have had really great experiences. Like I loved doing the SGX NYC hair campaign. I actually was like the lead model for their launch, which was a lot of fun. And it was really cool to sort of launch with a company. I also did like the first ecom, like one of the first ecom shoots for Maine, which has become huge now. So it's a lot of fun to sort of like do a shoot and then see where it goes and where the company goes.
And like how you like became part of the platform of it, and how it's like the process and everything.
And I feel like my favorite project is quite honestly just yet to come. Like every time is better. Like I'm signed with Wilhelmina Rocky Mountains, which was Wilhelmina Denver. I love my team there. They send me out for a lot of stuff. They have started sending me out for more stuff as they've expanded in like Miami and Nashville.
That's so exciting. I feel
fun.
And then being part of like Wilhelmina too, because it's like so broad. They have so many connections, and I feel like Wilhelmina has such a like journey in my life, and I've seen it grow within like different states even, because when I first started in Texas, I was signed to an agency that was like partnered with Wilhelmina. So it was like really exciting and fun to see and have like that name, like we were saying before. It does do something at the end of the day. Like
I agree. I do agree. Like I feel like if you're with an agency such as like Wilhelmina or One or Photogenics, even, I feel like has a really good name here in LA. If you're with like obviously Ford, like everybody knows who these people are, and I do think it matters.
It has a weight.
Yes. But again, I would rather take, like, I feel like I got really lucky. I'm with like a smaller branch of Wilhelmina, and I love my team there. Like I love Cassie. Like I text her after my callbacks. I'm like, hey, I think it went really well. Like, thank you again. But I feel like I would not have had that experience had I not really clicked with the agents there. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love them so much. Like, I feel like they do such good work for me, but that is like a dual thing, right? I have to do really good work for them. I have to try my best. I have to do my best, and they do really good work for me. I've had experiences here in LA that's like, I feel like I'm doing really good work, and I don't feel like you're doing really good work for me. And it's important when you have that you walk away.
And I think it's important to realize that and not just like stay because like I want or need an agent, and even though they're not doing as great, like at least I have one. I feel like it's important to realize if they're not helping you, then go find the better person. And I feel like that's within life, in the industry, with everything. Like if even a designer is not treating you like you should, or even you're just in a production that I feel like feels off. I feel like it takes like courage and like guts to be like, you know what, like this is not gonna be it.
Yeah.
Like there's more coming, like you say, like
100%.
every year is a better year. I'm gonna like just
every
like,
year is a better year, right?
Yeah.
And like also I know fashion was maybe a little less impacted, but not really, because COVID really like affected everything.
Like everything. Especially in the creative industry.
Yes.
Just like
what I will say came out of COVID for me was I got into UGC and more content creation.
Yes.
And when I say like it's really important to find your different caveats, like I probably make a third of my yearly income from UGC now.
Wow.
And I think it's really important to like explore these different parts, because there are companies that need in-house content creators. Like that's like a full-time position in some companies.
Yeah, brands are doing that now.
Because you need someone that's there doing that, right? And like I think it's really important if you are interested in marketing, like social media marketing is a huge way to stay so involved, but also pay your bills so you can do what you love and like have the money and the travel aspects. Like there are so many different niches within this career that you can take on without walking away from your career.
Yes.
And I think that's the most important part, is like finding for you what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And like just the different channels you can go through and like have a platform where if it's like TikTok, it's social media. I mean like Instagram, see like what feels with you best, and also like casting directors looking at your socials and seeing your work in that. I feel like I've seen so many casting directors look at models or book models or actors in general, by like the social media presence they have, which has also been such a crazy like turnover. I feel like when you just have to have that presence now in a way. Like I feel like some people are still not on it, but there's so many benefits at the end of the day.
No, 100%. And I think too, like that's such a great place to start, because you can do it yourself any day of the week.
Yeah.
And it really teaches you movement on camera and feeling more comfortable in front of a camera.
Yeah.
I honestly think that I would tell anyone that really literally in life to either take an acting class or take some sort of like modeling.
Yeah.
Because I think it just teaches you full body awareness.
Yeah. And like even confidence at the end, like even to like book any job. I feel like after doing modeling or like going to like modeling classes when I was like 13, after that I was like, okay, like I know like my body, and I know how I look like and how I want to look like. So I think confidence in general like comes from that.
I had an ex that was like, God, you always look so good in your photos. Like I need a photo shoot. And I was like, okay, like go book a shoot.
Yeah, like do a
what
shoot
do you want? So he did.
Okay.
He did. And he loves like as far as I know, he loved all the photos. We were already broken up at this time. Like we were just friends, and he ended up using all the photos for his dating profile, which made me laugh my ass off. But it was so good for him being in like a corporate world
and
to being able to like do that. And I can't refer that enough to anyone. Like acting classes I think are great for everybody, because it teaches you how to just be really personable. Like I feel like I can walk into almost any situation and be like, I can handle this.
Yeah, like
it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. And like even conversate or even like social settings, anything like that. I love that. Like that's such good advice. I feel like we've talked about like lots of little things that I'm like, yes, people like need to know about this. But I think that's all the time we have.
That's okay, thank you.
Well, that's the V, and I feel like we definitely got into lots of tea in the industry, which is the whole point of this podcast.
It's the minor tea.
Yeah, because there's a lot more. But I'm just so excited that I got to at least meet with you, talk about things, yap a bit in LA, and I'm excited to see what's next.
Yeah, for you too.
Awesome. Okay, bye. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow at That's the V podcast on all platforms for more fashion content. And a big thank you to our sponsor, JAG Premier Advertising Agency. If you're looking to get on platforms like Hulu or Netflix, check out the link in the description.